All right, let's go ahead and get started with this live stream here today. Hey, good to see you all. I am Gio Pensino here with the Wellpreneur community. And today I am coming to you from Scottsdale, Arizona. And we are having some unusual rain today here in the desert, which is quite welcome. And as I get started here, I want to ask you to drop on into the comments and let me know where you're dialed in from today. I always like to know where my audience is connecting to the live stream here from and where you're at. Even if you're listening to the recording, drop on in. Let me know where you're listening from. And the topic here today is really all around your freedom. And what I mean by that is we're going to be talking about offers have so that you can be clear, so that clients understand what you have to offer and what you do for them. And the reason why I say this is about freedom is because the clarity of your offers is a lot like putting gas in your car. Like you could have the fanciest car, the most beautiful, Rolls Royce or Mercedes or BMW or whatever it is, whatever your ideal car is. You could have an amazing car. It could be a brand new car, but if you don't have any fuel in that car, it's not going to go anywhere. And offers are exactly like this. Offers are like the fuel. They're also like the connective tissue, I say, because they connect your client's interests, like what they're trying to resolve, the challenge that they're trying to overcome, and it connects that need, that desire, that thing that they want. They want your help, and the offer is the thing that connects that to what you do. And like I said, having a clarity about your offers is like having a gas in your fuel tank. It's what causes people to go, dang, I get what you're talking about here. And so I'm just doing a little side looking over here on my Facebook page to see how things are coming out in terms of our live stream. And if you don't know this already, but I'm live streaming to a few different locations. So we are live streaming on over to the Facebook, to the Wellpreneur community. We're live streaming to LinkedIn, and we are also live streaming to YouTube. So offers and what I'm sharing here today comes from over 15 years of my direct experience of making offers for selling online coaching and training programs online. And I've learned this from investing tens of thousands of dollars to learn from some of the top experts in the field of online marketing. People like Lisa Sasevich. She is the queen of offers. She is the queen of creating irresistible offers and how to design them in such a way that people just magnetically want what you have. I've also studied with Taki Moore and Russell Brunson from ClickFunnels, and more recently here now with the champion of offers, Alex Hormozy. So what I'm sharing with you today comes from, like I said, years of experience, tens of thousands of dollars of training and investment, and you're going to get this for absolutely for free. And there are 5 specific areas of clues. I call them clues that you can apply to look at your offers to see if they have these things that I'm going to share with you. And if they have these things, then chances are your offers are going to land with people. And on the other end of things, if they don't have these elements, then it is probably like that fancy car that has no fuel in it. Like you could even be putting out an offer, but if it's not clear, well, it's kind of like putting the fuel in, but it's not really going anywhere. It's like it's dripping out, like you got a hole in your gas tank. So we want to clear that up and give you these 5 key things. And you can use these kind of like a spyglass. Remember Inspector Clousteau? He has this spyglass. You can use it like a spyglass to look at your offers and see if they have these elements to them. And before I jump on into that, um, I want to make some clarity about what is an offer, anyways. And because an offer is more than simply the thing that you give to people or that you say to people in order for them to buy your program, that is the final offer, or the final connective, right, fabric. But before that, there are a lot of things, a lot of offers that are made that connect clients and draw clients to you. And some of the things that I'm talking about are the free line offers, the social media content that you put out. And I'm curious if you are putting out free line content right now. Is that something that you're doing? And what's the most common type of content that you're putting out right now? So drop that on into the comments so I can elicit some engagement, bring you to life here, and turn your brain on to think about what it is that you're doing. One of the things that I see often happen is, or a mistake that's made, is people will create these amazing health and wellness programs. You may have done this, a great lifestyle medicine program that maybe already gets results. Maybe for certain it, you've already done a test trial for it and it's working, but right now you're not getting sales. And what we really want, and what I would like to imagine for you and with you, is that you create offers and that you attract anywhere from $10 to $50,000 a month of new clients coming to you. Because with an online health and wellness program, that does provide freedom. That essentially is the freedom machine. And offers are a little bit like an ATM machine to your freedom, because if you have the treasure inside of you, like I said, people will have created a great programs or some one-on-one coaching, different things that you have. But if the offer isn't clear, well, it's kind of like you're missing the code to your ATM machine. You've got it. You've got the value inside of your ATM machine. You are the ATM machine. But if you don't have the codes, then that is super frustrating, because inside of you is that $10 to $50,000 a month. It's inside of you. If you've already done your training, you've got your expertise. Now it is simply a matter of getting the code to your ATM machine and allowing that 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 to come out of the inside of you, out of the value that is inside of you. And we make that happen through offers. And some of the mistakes that I see people make in this regard, and if you're making these mistakes, I want to say even beforehand that I don't say this to beat up on anybody, but I want to be clear about what is standing in the way potentially between you and your freedom, your ability to serve clients online and live and work from anywhere in the world. This is the goal. This is the outcome. This is the result of creating a good program with a clear offer. And so some of the mistakes are giving up. I know it can be frustrating if you create a good program and you're not getting sales. It's like, what is wrong with me? And I want to tell you right away, there's nothing wrong with you. And it is most likely the lack of clarity for the offer that you're providing. And we want to clear that up here today and at least get this clarity going so that you can unlock that ATM machine. The second thing the second mistake that can happen is you design a really great program, but not really get started on creating offers. And again, remember, offers include the social media content, it could be ads, right? The offers are in all of the ways that you communicate what you have and attract people to you. And oftentimes we start with free line offers. Again, that's your social media content. It could be your live streams, could be the videos that you offer to people, could be the uh, the free lead magnet type of things, the free line offers that you do or workshops that you do. These are all the things that have to be done. If they're not being done, then again, there's no fuel being put into that beautiful automobile that you have, and it gets frustrating, right? Because you don't get clients. The third thing is either not having the final sales offers or for some reason not delivering the offer. Because chances are, what I have seen is that most people, even on their phone or in their email list, already have people who want what you have to offer, right? What you do. But it does take the step to reach out in some fashion. Social media is one of those ways, but there is nothing more um, successful than directly reaching out. Like maybe you have people who are following you and maybe they're in your social media group. When was the last time that you sent them a message? Use Messenger or on your phone, sent them a message and said something like, "Hey, do you know anybody who needs help with blah blah blah?" That's an offer. And so, if no offers are being made, then nothing is going to happen, right? We just have it in our head, or it's a hobby, or it is doesn't grow into a successful practice. And I want that for you so much. And then the last thing is really what we're dealing with here today, which is unclear offers. Offers that people just don't get. Like they don't really understand what you do. And trust me, that you are not alone if your offers are having this challenge, because particularly when you create a new program, a new product, whatever it is, it takes a little bit to get clear. And so we want to be able to create that clarity and test it. So that is what we want. We want to be able to create clarity and test it, and get feedback and use some of these things that I am suggesting to you here today. So here's the first thing that I want to talk about here. The first, Inspector Clouseau type of thing is the first thing is clarity about what you do and who you serve. And this is it is really what we call the clarity about the niche that you serve. It's what is the problem that you solve for people, and are you clear about what that problem is? And it is really common to see people get very hung up in these kind of fancy ways of describing what they do, and you know tricky ways of having slogans and different things like this. But at the most basic level, clients need to have clarity about what you do, and what is the result that you bring to people, and what is it going to do for them. So I want to have you drop on into the comments and let me know what is your sense, what is the problem that you solve for people. And like I said, let's make this a interactive thing so that you can get some help with this, because again, what we're talking about here is your freedom, your ability to have clear offers that land with your ideal clients in such a way that they enroll in your long-term health and wellness program. And if you follow my prescription to this process, what I really recommend is that you create a high ticket offer is the first offer, because it is as easy to enroll a one high ticket person. When I'm talking about high ticket, a long term engagement that's anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. And what makes that offer work, what makes it resonate with people, is when it solves a very specific problem. So, like I said, I just want to encourage you to drop on into the comment window and let me know what is the challenge, the problem that you solve for people. And if it's clear, I'm going to give you the thumbs up on it and say, that really resonates, and I get what you're saying there. And if it's not, this is part of the reason why we're here today, is to bring clarity to this. And I want to give a shout out to Jim. I see you on the line here right now, and I know you may be in the early stage of doing this. And I got to participate in your second live stream this past week, and I thought it was really great. And it seemed like you're getting some clarity around what the thing is. So drop on into the comments. Let me know what you're imagining, the problem that you solve, and who has that problem. We want to name it, and it is in the naming of the problem and using the language that everyday people use to describe what the problem is that they have. It's not a clinical term; it's an everyday language. And this is one of the very first things to overcome when it comes to creating clarity in the offer. The offer, like I said, is the connective tissue between what people are seeking help with and what you actually do. So that is the first thing. The second thing, in terms of clues that reveal, whether your offer is going to be working or not, is this. Um, and I'm just looking on into my window over here. I see Shelly B is with us here today. Hi, Shelly. Good to see you. Calling in from the ocean, I believe. I'm jealous, but good to see you. Welcome on in. So I'm talking about the five things that are need to be present. These are the clues that your offer, the thing that you're saying to people about what you do, or it could be your social media content. It has to be clear. So these are the five things. The first thing is about the problem that you solve, and who you work with, who has that problem. The second thing, the second clue is selling the method and not the destination. And what I mean by that is people have all kinds of interesting, methods, and sometimes they have, tuning fork tools or crystal tools, or all these things that are kind of spectacular, or some newfangled, machines that do this and that. But that is not what people. That's not what people want. People want they want the result. And so being clear about what the destination is. And I'm going to say, for example, I always go to these ones that are just like stupid simple, because these are problems that so many people have. But a lot of people have problems with excess weight, right? And I've had challenges with that myself. And so if you can help people to lose 30 pounds, that's the destination, right? That's the outcome. And that's what people want. They don't really care about the methodology, like you do keto or you do, fasting. I mean, maybe there's some details about that may fit some people and not others. But at the end of the clarity message, it's the destination. And so, for the work that I do, what I help people to do is to generate doctor level income and the freedom to work from anywhere. That's the destination. And people see me, traveling and living in different locations, and they looks like I'm on vacation all the time. Well, that's the destination. And that's a destination that anyone can achieve. I'm not special. I'm not, well, I do like to think I'm a little magical, but there's nothing that I am doing that you cannot also do. And what I'm sharing right now are the 5 things that become, like I said, the connective tissue between people who may be on your phone right now in terms of your contact list, who are looking for your help, right? And it's the offer that allows them to hear what you do. And so the second thing is being clear about the destination. So I help people to get freedom, so they can live and work from anywhere and have, doctor level income. At least $10,000 a month, and ideally more than that. But it's a good starting place. So the third thing is kind of related to this, and it is that not being clear about what the result is. And this has, again, a lot to do with health and wellness programs. And so what is the result? If I work with you, and I'm gonna challenge you right now to fire your brain up and get involved, get activated by what I'm saying here. Drop on into the comments and say, hey, what is the result? What is the result that people could achieve? And I know, that result's not going to be like tomorrow. This is why we do lifestyle programs. Transformation happens over time. But what people want to know is, if I work with you for 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, what will be the result? And I'm looking on into the chat window here, and Shelly B says, a support system to coach people in addiction, and methods proven for success with 12-step utilization. So I like it. I like it. And the reason why I like it is because, it's a problem, right? Addiction is a very clear problem. So it goes back to the first thing I said, super clear, Shelly. The problem that you help people to overcome is addiction. And then the result is the other side of that. So the result would be what? If somebody worked with you for, let's say, 6 months, right? Or 12 months. I really like it for you, Shelly, that you might create a program where people work with you for 12 months, right? Addiction is a thing that takes time, right? People, they can have fallbacks. You can even overcome addiction, and be sober for 3 months or 6 months, and then on month 7, you have a setback, and all of a sudden the person's back in full blown addiction. It's very easy to happen. So I really want to give you encouragement. I like where you're going with this. I'm seeing some clarity with it. And so what would be the result? Drop it on in. What would be the result if somebody works with you for 12 months is real? Yeah. So what would the result be? And you want to kind of paint a picture of it, right? What is a picture of, let's say somebody is like drinking every day, but then all of a sudden, now 3 months they're not drinking. What does that look like? What is that? It's kind of very particular. I'm laughing myself because I don't mind, admitting that I've had challenges, not so much with alcohol, but with other addiction things. Addiction can be in many different ways. But when you overcome it, man, you feel friggin' great. I mean, your body works. Oftentimes there's a million things that often happen with people when they're drinking, particularly, right? They often do gain a lot of weight. They're sitting around, they're not in a relationship, they're not, maybe not even, they're not, just so many different things. So drop on into the comments. What is the result? This is number 3. And number four, and as I'm going through these, like I said, drop on into the comments, because this is you firing up your brain. This is you getting this moment, this short period of time with me, right? I normally charge $250 an hour for people to have time like this with me. So I really want you to, to activate your brain and thinking and get the feedback, because you can do what it is that I'm, offering for you in terms of a vision that I have, that you can create a program. You can enroll, your first $3, $4, $5,000 client. You could do it by the end of this week. I've had clients do this. One of my clients who worked with me for a short period of time, and she enrolled her first $4,000 full pay client just by doing what it is that I'm sharing with you right now, which is creating an offer and then looking at her contact list. And then she reached out to make that offer, and she got her first $4,000, it's actually $4,200 full payment into her PayPal account. And if you're not familiar with how PayPal works, when somebody pays you a full payment to work with you, let's say for 3 months or 6 months, whatever it is, you get that money instantly. It's instantly in your PayPal account. So if anybody who's listening either now or listening to the recording of this, and money is something that you need, right? The offers, whatever it is, it's not, has not been happening. Well, there's nothing wrong with you. And you got the treasure is inside of you. You just need the codes for your ATM machine to hit those buttons just right. And it is in designing the offer. Wait, here's the fourth one. The fourth one is really important, folks. This one is so important. And the clue that your offer is not going to work is making the offer to people who can't afford the solution. And when I first got into my previous profession as a landscape architect, I would often look at people who had like yards that were like totally disheveled and looked like crap. And I would think, well, they really need my help. But it turns out that those people who, have yards like that, either they don't really care about it, and there's nothing, I don't make any judgment about it. It's just like my service was, was a high-end service for people who really wanted to have a beautiful yard, outdoor living space. And the smallest project that I would take on at that particular time was a $20,000 project. And that's not for everybody. For some people, that's a very small project, right? I went on to do $250,000 projects. And so here is the fourth thing, is making your offer to the wrong audience. And I only say wrong, again, there's no judgment about people's economic status, but on the flip side of this, there are plenty of people out there who can afford what you have. Really hear me on this, folks. There are plenty of people out there who can afford what you have to offer. And they are in certain locations, physically, geographically. They're in certain locations online. Again, maybe they're contacts that are already in your phone list or in your email list. They are certain, we call them the niche. This is the who has the problem and can afford what you have. It's very frustrating to be offering a program and wanting to be compensated for, all the years of work that you've put into learning what you have, and have somebody, say, oh, that's too expensive. And again, there's no judgment there. It's just a matter of, certain people can afford what you have. And when you marry that a clear offer and you deliver it in the right locations, right? There's certain communities, there's certain places online, there's certain groups online where your ideal people are already gathered. And so that is the thing to look at. Are you making offers in the wrong location? Maybe you're building a community and people are coming. And, I have many people in my community that, may or may not be able to afford what I do. It's part of the reason why I do freeline things like this. And you can do this as well, where you create freeline content and everybody has access to it. But then to have one-on-one access, then that is where your high ticket offer comes in, and you want to have one designed, for that type of client. Let's see, the fifth and final one is, these are the clues. Fifth and final one is that the offer is too general. And so I will say this about being specific. Being specific, which is that there's a lot of things you can do, right? And I see that we've got Jenna on the line now as well. Hi, Jenna. Good to see you. Right, and I know Jenna does work with pain management, but that's a very general thing, isn't it? And but I was speaking to somebody recently in my meditation teacher training class, and I think I probably shared it, might have mentioned it. But this person had or described almost the exact kind of transformation that you help people with. And when she said it, this is this is how my ear works, right? I perk up and hear the very specific things. And let me know, Jenna, if it's getting clearer, what are you calling the kind of offer, the kind of help that you bring to people now? Drop it on into the comments. And if you can, if you're driving, then don't do it. But if you can, drop it on into the comments, because the more that we do this, then the more that we write it down, the more that we speak it to people, the repetition of it creates a comfort and an ease with saying it, or putting it into written offers or into content. And I see that Jenna is put this on in here, and it's a word that I'm like totally not familiar with. But the people who have this challenge, it's a certain kind of pain, and it's very specific, isn't it? And again, it has a word to it that I can't pronounce super well. But what I know about being specific is that it works like magic, because the people who have that problem, they immediately it's like you're like a magnet to them. And when I helped my client here in Scottsdale to create a program for neuropathy, when she first told me that word, neuropathy, I had no idea what she was talking about. But for anybody who has later stage diabetes, of course, now I know what that is because I worked with her and helped her to enroll $50,000 worth of clients in her first program. I don't say this to brag. I say this to encourage that you can do this very same thing. It's as easy to enroll a $5,000 client into a 12-month program as it is to enroll a $147 client. In fact, many ways it's easier, because when you have a very specific result that you provide, very specific outcome that solves a painful problem like neuropathy, it turned out, that $5,000 is actually a very small amount of money. So I cheer you on, Jenna. So as I start to wrap things up here, I want to remind you that the offers that you make, right? And offers being both the freeline content, your live streams that you're doing, your video content, your downloadable guides, different things that are the free things that you give away. Those are offers. And then when it comes into paid offers, there's some nuance to it because you can create a stair step, right? You can create a small step for people to come in and work with you a little bit to get verify that you really have the goods, and then you can have, like I said, a high ticket offer. There's a nuance to it, but it is the fuel that makes a coaching practice work. The offers are the thing, and like I said, there is a lot of nuance to it. So to recap here, and by the way, if you want to get a list of these 5 things, and these are kind of the cheat sheets for looking at your offers to see if they have this clarity, just drop a thing into the comments and say cheat sheets, and I'll send it on over to you after the live stream here. But here are the 5 things. Having clarity about the problem you solve and who it's for. The second thing is selling the outcome and not the method. People don't care about the method. They don't care what it's called. They really don't. Maybe they have a little interest into it, but it's really the outcome that they're really selling, the destination. The third thing is being clear about the result itself. What is it called? What does it look like? Creating a clear picture for it. The fourth thing, like I said, is probably the biggest problem. The thing that will cause the most problem in ability to sell a $5,000 program or a $3,000, whatever it is, high ticket program, is trying to sell it to the wrong group of people. And again, I only say wrong being not a judgment about people's economic status, but just, certain people can afford what you have to offer, right? But you try to sell it to the wrong niche, it's going to really frustrate you. You're going to be like, oh, my thing is not great. It's not, I'm not worthy, all these different things. But when you go to the right locations where the people who have your problem are located, and you do outreach into online groups or into live event groups, then if it's in the right location where people can afford it, they're going to buy. They're going to be like, tell me more. Let me meet with you. They're going to be really appreciate if you offer an initial clarity call. The fifth and final thing is being too general and vague with the what you're calling the solution. Like I help all addicts. That is not nearly as specific as I help out people who have alcoholism. People who have alcoholism, you say that, it's going to really resonate with them. So these are the 5 things. Like I said, if you want to get the cheat sheet, just drop on in, reply cheat sheet, and I'll get that on over to you. It'll be like a recap of these 5 things with a little bit more clarity, a little bit more inspiration for you. I hold the vision for you, for everyone who's on this line right now, that you can generate $10,000 a month minimum and get the freedom to do that work from anywhere by doing these things that I'm talking about, creating an offer that's clear, delivering it in the right place. And if you'd like to get some help with this, there is a lot of nuance to it, of course. I've given a lot of the guidelines to it, but this is really important. This is your doorway to your freedom. And any business that provides freedom, that generates, $10, $20, $30,000 a month, it does not just happen. Sometimes it does, or it appears to happen. But if you're anything like me, like I've invested tens of thousands of dollars to learn these things, to refine them, and that is what makes it work. But I appreciate you being with me here today. And if there's anybody else who you think could benefit from being part of the Wellpreneur community, I would super appreciate it if you would go up to the front homepage and invite some of those people on in, so that we can really become a movement of people who bring health and wellness and become, that holistic health becomes the primary first choice, right? People spend tens of thousands of dollars on doctors and don't get any results many times. And so what you do is super important, and people are going to be so glad when they hear the clarity of what you do and you provide an offer. And if I can help you on that journey, and you'd like to be able to meet with me on a short 15-minute call, get some clarity to review your offer and how you have it put together, particularly your high ticket offer, then just drop on into the comments clarity, and I'd be happy to chat with you. All right. Good seeing you all today. We'll see you next time.